Hello and welcome along then to part 2 of the Cav Vxr. Before we get into the video proper, I'd really like to say a big thank you for everybody that's subbed so far and all the views I'm getting. I've been blown away by it. I'm very, very happy with it. Thank you very much. Concerning the car, a couple of very, very good suggestions and a couple of people have inboxed me with some brilliant info. Thank you very much to you. You know who you are. Like the person that suggested the subframes. Thank you very much. I think I will be doing that, but what I'm going to try to do first is fit the engine in as it is now, and then see if the subframe will fit underneath it. Because if I put the subframes in and then the engine in and it doesn't fit, then I have to rearrange the subframes anyway. Somebody regarding the ECU and electronics, the loom and stuff. Yeah, I'm going to try using the whole loom from the Vxr, transporting that into the Cav Vxr as it is. But you have mentioned, a couple of you actually have mentioned, that it might not work because you need all the modules together. In which case, I will go standalone. I do have an old Emerald ECU lying about that I potentially could use, but yeah, the battery on the camera ran out. So yeah, I was nearly done anyway. So just to say a massive thank you again to everybody that's subbed so far. If you haven't already subbed, it'd be really nice if you could. Thank you very much. And let's now get into the video proper.
So just moving the engine out from behind the door, probably put it in the wrong place to start with, to be honest, but because we've got the 5 at the back of the garage, the Cav Vxr has to be quite far forward. So I've made myself a little stage area that I can put the engine hoist on a bit later on.
Somebody said something in the comments, something along the lines of, I don't know how you film and do the work at the same time. And I was like, you and me both, mate, because I just completely forgot to press record on a load of stuff. So this is where we are now. I've trial fitted the engine with the gearbox on it into the bay. Trying to take a picture up of that yesterday. It very nearly goes in with the gearbox on. But now I'm taking the gearbox off to see if we can get the block situated inside, and actually I think there will be enough room. We may have to do a little bit of modification to the bottom chassis rail. That sounds extreme, but it will be done properly, especially if we're going to go for the SRI subframe bits, which I'm pretty sure we're gonna, if we can make them fit. So the plan, block in, work out this driver's side engine mount, then see if we can do something with the front and the rear engine mount, maybe. And I think possibly actually the rear one's on the gearbox, so just try and do something with the front one. That might be on the gearbox as well. but then we'll put the gearbox underneath and put the gearbox up and see if it will fit without too much modification.
Oh my days, I tell you what, this was not fun. Cue some moaning.
Ow. It's lucky I've taken my happy pills today, isn't it? I'm laying on the cold ground. Ah! Trouble! Trouble! Can't sing that, otherwise I'll get a copyright strike. At last. Thank you.
Yeah, so getting that gearbox off was a bit of a mission when I finally got the correct bolts out. So yeah, just trial fitting the engine again, and going to be marking up for engine mount, so I'll tell you all about that in a minute.
Right, so now I have the engine fitted. Not fitted. I have the engine trial fitted. It's by no means actually fitted yet. It's just on some steel bars at the bottom there and just being held up a little bit by the hoist. It's not actually doing that much. I am quite pleased with the way that it sits in the engine bay. This engine mount here I think is going to be quite simple because I have got the original one off of the Vectra and there was a tab on there that I've just cut off and grind back a bit, and I think that is going to fit quite well in there. It's just got to move obviously to the right a little bit. I can't hold the camera and do that, but trust me, that fits in there. I'll get some, when I put it in there, I'll get a little bit more footage. But overall, as a trial fit, I think it looks quite the picture in there.
So I am editing now, and I'm fully aware of the audio issues. I'm very sorry about that. I've changed back to the old microphone on top of the camera, so hopefully that's a little bit better for now. But I'll have to do something with the audio in the future. But just bear with me for now, please. So I know also that I haven't been that great with videoing stuff that I've been doing. So I don't really want the videos to be massively long or full of boring stuff. So I'll just give you a quick update on where we are right now, and I'll end the video for this time, and hopefully I'll try and get better at videoing what you want. So let's have a quick look about where we are now. So I do have the whole engine block out. What I managed to do was I put the gearbox on. Originally, I was going to put the gearbox on and on and off, as it were, and take it out of the top. But I realised that getting the gearbox on and off on your own is a bit of a mission. So I came up with a plan to get it underneath, and what I've done is taken off the old subframes, which are over there. That one is the small one, and we're going to be replacing those with the big ones that I've got now anyway. I've very nearly completed the engine mount, the first engine mount for the driver's side. That's just rough at the moment. Obviously I can make it look pretty, and it needs a little bit more welding underneath. But I've got a plan for that. Also started to cut out the other side, ready for the gearbox mount, which actually the gearbox rests just underneath that chassis rail there. So we've got to do some strengthening on the chassis rail as well. And I've got a bar to go in between the power steering rack mounts, because now we're changing to power steering. It's got to be a bit more bulky. So I've got a big bar that's going to go in there. I'm going to weld that in. Then we're going to be doing some more seam welding on the whole bulkhead there, and some more seam welding around the turrets, etc. But if you like what you see, please like and subscribe, and let me know what you think in the comments. I'll be hopefully getting the engine in for next time, and then we can start working out wiring and all that sort of stuff. But until next time, thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you in part 3.